Hey, I'm Kat, mom of 3 and founder of Ritual, the company setting a new standard in the supplement industry. When I was pregnant with my first daughter, I remember staring at my prenatal vitamins and thinking, what's in this stuff? All I found were vitamins high in heavy metals, synthetic colorants, and lacking in the very essential nutrients we need. I believe women deserve to know what they are putting in their bodies and why. So at 4 months pregnant, I quit my job to reinvent the prenatal vitamin. We scoured the world for the best quality ingredients, backed by clinical studies and third-party tested for heavy metals and microbes. And this year, we were awarded the Purity Award from the Clean Label Project, the supplement safety certification that tests for 200 harmful chemicals and toxins. With Ritual, you'll know where your ingredients come from and why we use them. Join our family of skeptics with 40% off your first month when you visit ritual.com/podcast.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Background ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate, the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Friends, gamers, nerds of all flavors, lend us your ears. Welcome to the second season of A Fool's Quest. Previously, the Fools finished their visit in Tully, meeting with Mutani from the local GAG-ME chapter, Judge Brandon Simpleton, and his captain of the guard, Nariah Bloomingbud. Satisfied with their plans now in motion, the Fools set off for the elven city of Tavir. Along the way, they were assaulted by an enormous spider that Macy was able to frighten away with some quick and explosive thinking. Finally arriving in Tavir, the Fools were escorted to the leader of the Western Division of GAG-ME, an elf that goes by the name Amaiareil Questslinger. Now, let's join Hobbes, the Tabaxi Ranger, Malphaedor, the Aasimar Paladin, and Dwarven Brewmaster Ingvald Porter Altbeir as they band together in their continued pursuit of A Fool's Quest.
So you guys are still in Tavir then? You're up in the trees. They escort you to a place to sleep. It's one of the big, outcroppings that are grown around the trees with the wood that's kind of gnarled and stuff, like big hooks over. But they do have really comfortable beds. You guys are all staying kind of in the same room. Do you just want to wait till the next day when Amaiareil Questslinger summons for you? Or are you going to try to adventure around?
How long do we have to rest?
They're giving you 8 hours of rest, and then they're going to have hopefully a decision made. So,
pretty much a long rest just to explore around, take in the sights.
8 or 9 hours if you want. Yep.
I spend the first hour brewing a new batch of beer, and that is going to be one of my newest beers. It's going to be Polybrew, which gives me the effects of Alter Self.
Nice. Okay. And what are you calling that? Polybrew something else, or?
Ooh. I'm going to call it Apologetic Stout.
Apologetic Stout.
Apologetic
Stout.
Yeah,
pun.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm docking XP.
Fuck. I'm going back to level 5 and I can't make it. Damn it!
Okay. So that's what Ingvald is doing.
And with that beer, I'm actually going to use some of the ingredients I found during that foraging.
Okay.
Last time, which would be the Dark Shine berries.
Yeah.
Which actually give this beer a glowing effect.
Nice.
So the beer itself glows, and that's both for the magic and the non-magic beer.
Yeah. Sweet.
Cool.
All right. And Malphaedor, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna walk around and meander around the open city and just take in the sights.
Okay.
It's a touch of elegance that I haven't seen since I left home.
Yeah. You kind of fit right in, or at least you feel like you do with how prim and proper and royal everything seems to be.
There's an air of nobility that I kind of latch onto.
Yep.
I'm going to go after Malphaedor, chase him down, and I got to ask a question.
All right.
So, once we're away from wherever he's brewing his beer, I want to ask him what exactly... The dwarf seems obsessed with telling on me for wearing this GAG-ME cloak. Am I going to get in trouble? Are they going to lock me in the stocks for a day, or
to be honest, what's
the big deal?
Only recruits and members of GAG-ME are allowed and commissioned to wear those cloaks.
Okay, but what if
you were actually wearing the cloak and raiments of one of our fallen companions?
But what happens if I get caught wearing it? Why is he so obsessed with turning me in?
Maybe
I'm trying to be his friend.
Maybe he just wishes ill on you in some form or fashion. Perhaps you've rubbed him the wrong way.
I don't see how that's possible.
I fart loudly in the distance.
Everybody likes cats.
Maybe he's allergic.
Nah. I don't think so. But, I mean, there's nothing, like, super... Am I just going to get locked up for a day or something?
I don't know. That'll be up to the officials within GAG-ME.
Okay. I was in that prison cell that you guys found me in for weeks, and I could...
Between you and I, maybe
in a cell
perhaps
for a day.
In the presence of other officials of GAG-ME, you could turn it inside out so the emblem doesn't show.
Well, it's why I've been disappearing whenever we get, you guys turn around and I'm
very
gone.
Wise and prudent of you, but
it's completely separate of the D&D group. Why not just take the fucking thing off?
Because it gives you buffs.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you get buffs for wearing that shit. He's like not going to sacrifice his stats.
Even if it doesn't give me buffs, people recognize it and they treat me with more respect.
What are the buffs for that? I have it listed
on here.
Hold on, I got it here.
There being
it's
buffs.
one to survival.
+1 to survival and intimidation.
Okay, I was like, I have a +1s on here, but what are they too? So intimidation and survival.
He'd wear a pink Sunday dress if it gave him buffs.
I forgot. I have my buffs listed. I just forgot what they were. I'm like, wait, where the fuck?
I can get a pink dress and put the light cantrip on it.
It's
shiny.
That's a new side quest. I'm gonna sell him random buffs. Some random useless shit.
You could use him as a guinea pig for your new stouts and stuff.
Oh, I have that. We have that glowing one. I'm going to see if he can drink.
Here, try this.
If he drinks the glowing beer, does he glow? Do I glow?
Glowing cat.
Do I glow?
Shit, I need to test that out before I drink it.
Go into a cave, take a long
you
drink.
You don't need the light
bottle.
cantrip. I just hold my mug and it is glowing the entire time. I'm a roll for that if we ever get to a cave.
Put the light cantrip on the bottom of the bottle.
Well, no, it's a glowing beer because they use that the random ass fucking berry. What the fuck is that? The dark shine berries. Yeah. I also have a berry on here that creates darkness, so I'm going to have to use that eventually too.
Nice. It did have that to counteract the beer that creates light.
I had that one, yeah. They were supposed to become a litany of things. But Nick wouldn't let me use it for weapons, so I had to change it to beer. I was trying to make a random glowing knife, but he was not doing well on me for that.
I feel like half my job is keeping you fuckers from getting overpowered even more.
Trying hard to get OP.
Well, alrighty then.
All right.
Joy of D&D.
At what point did you forget that we're trying to take over the world?
out of character.
Always out of character. It's fun.
Pretending to be a member of GAG-ME is punishable by death.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you guys remembered that.
Yes.
I remember that.
You just didn't want to tell Hobbes because you're a jerk. That's fine.
Well, to be fair...
Well, I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to be mean. I'm not always mean.
But me, that's not mean, just telling him what's going to happen to him.
You might
I don't
die,
want to threaten
sir.
you with death. Yes, they will kill you on sight. They will behead you, and your little cat head will roll down the steps.
To be fair, you're right.
Okay.
About how much time has passed for the beer brewing process? Because I don't have to devote my entire time to it. I just have to start it, and it takes an hour to finish, right?
Right, yep.
Awesome. We have about 6 or 7 hours left then. Am I able to explore and look around for more herbs or more just interesting things around me?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can kind of explore. You do see some gardens that are up there, like actually full-grown gardens, but
That'd be stealing.
Yeah, it'd be stealing. So,
is anyone awake at this point? Yes.
I mean, there are always elves.
You're a
walking
dwarf
around.
in an elven city. They're watching you every second.
Yeah.
Fair.
Then elves only need to sleep for 1 hour a night, so there are always elves walking around.
Awesome. Well, I just want to see if I could buy anything from any of these plants, these interesting plants I don't know about from these elves, and or their shops. Since they're awake.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are just random gardens where they're growing vegetables and stuff like that. Nothing that's
impressive.
nothing that's gonna make your beer glow or
fancy.
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
most of that stuff is gonna be wild stuff.
Things I couldn't have gotten anyway.
Yeah.
All right, are there any shops available nearby me that would be?
Yeah, there are some shops. Yep.
I was curious about that as well.
Yeah, because elven shops, it's gonna be something.
Oh yeah, but not just for items and stuff, but also clothes and whatnot.
So you go into the shops and you look at some of the armor and stuff, and there's really absolutely nothing for a dwarf in an elven city for armor.
Well, I can't wear armor. But
Do they have any bows? Is there a Fletcher somewhere selling bows?
There is a Fletcher somewhere that sells bows. Do you want to go?
I want to go find him. See if I get a cooler bow than.
Do I see Hobbes go towards the Fletcher? Do I see Hobbes go towards the Fletcher?
I'm not wearing my cloak. I left it in the room.
Good call.
I also want to go to the Fletcher, because that's where you get darts. Ingvald waits a good period of time because I don't want to be too close to Hobbes. But I also need to go to the Fletcher because darts.
Hurt, sir.
You don't know I said that.
The farting sound's coming closer.
Yeah. I ate a bad batch of beer. Little tootie. It's fine.
Okay, so all right. Well, so Hobbes, you get to the Fletcher first. They've got a couple of +1 bows that are there, and then they do have a couple of they've got two really, really cool looking bows. One is it's a bow, but it's got a dragon that is kind of carved up the actual wood. So the top of the bow is a dragon head.
Right.
That's there. You would need to attune yourself to that, but the guy that's selling it says it does have some magical properties.
How much is the dragon bow?
So the bow is a +1 bow. It has
this is the dragon bow?
Yeah, this is a dragon bow.
Okay.
It has a 50% chance to set the target on fire on impact, on a hit. A critical hit always sets the target on fire, and it's on fire. It's 1d6 of fire damage per round until it dies out.
Until the fire dies, or
until they put it out
dies.
themselves,
Okay.
or until they take an action to put it out, or until they die. And but it is 17,500 gold.
Jesus.
Is that compoundable with
17
powerful darts too? Or powerful arrows?
17,000 gold. I have 194 gold.
Yeah, magic items are way expensive in 5th edition.
How tough does the shopkeeper look?
Huh?
I'm pretty
Let's
stealthy.
not do that one. I'm not saving you guys if you fight a
That was
shopkeeper.
just a thought.
Is there just one
be
shopkeeper in here?
Do not try to steal this.
You're not here.
Oh, no.
I
I'm sorry.
am here.
It's 7,500, not 17,500. But
that makes a big
still.
difference. I have 7,000.
No, you don't.
No, I have 200.
Doesn't change the
Give him the
fact.
200 and maybe you can't count.
Probably not. Is it just the one guy working in here?
There's a few different elves in here.
Dicked over, bitch.
It's like a wide open spot. Most of the places that they have here are wide open spots.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of trees.
Right.
platforms.
Open air kiosk.
Yeah.
Can Ingvald see him right now?
You're not.
Yeah,
here.
you're walking up behind him. You were stalking him, so you can see him in there.
I was at long range for one. I was not stalking.
I want to do a perception check to see like if there's a where is the bow? Do they have it locked somewhere? Is it sitting on a shelf behind the counter?
It is behind. It's behind a counter, and it's actually hanging on part of the tree. So the tree's got a little nook that pits out. So yeah.
Cats like climbing trees.
I know nothing of this.
I know all of this. Oh, I have to roll a perception check to see if I see him fucking around.
I'm just standing there. I'm not doing anything. I want to just kind of look around at the trees to see if maybe there's a way I can get like up one tree, then over to that tree, and then down. And
It's one really huge tree. So it's one of the. So when you guys first walked into town here, they were like these really, really huge, wide trees that they had built their cities. Like they grow the wood platforms off the sides of them.
Right.
So it's just one like giant pillar that goes up, almost like a wizard tower.
Gotcha. I want to walk around to the other side of the tree.
Okay.
Do they have like shop?
Yeah. So as you're walking around to the other side, yep. It's a huge platform of shops. So it's a different shop. There's like an alchemy shop that's there. There's a couple vegetable shops that are there.
And there's nowhere. I want to look for someplace. You know what? Forget this. I'm going to head back to the room.
Okay. That he does, like, he tries pitching you the bow, but he does tell you that it's been here for a while now, and he'd be willing to take 7,000 for it instead of 7,500, which you still don't have.
Yeah, I still only have 200 gold.
But if you remember it later, you could always come back and potentially purchase it when you've got
knocked off 98% of the price.
Yeah.
Say you're hoping at any point in time you have 7,000 gold in this game.
No.
I mean, treasure in this game is a lot, too. You guys haven't had a whole lot right now because you've been in training, but you guys are just now getting out in the world, so it coming across gold is, I mean...
will happen.
Yeah, it will happen.
It just hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
I have those herbs. I should look at the price of those herbs, see if I can trade them.
All right.
I'll give you some Alphen grape. I'm going to take that bow, and I'm going to hold it away from the ranger.
Head back to the room.
I won't give it to him.
Okay. So you head back to the room. There were some arrows there, but even those were priced at 300 for what they were.
300 a piece?
No, for a quiver full.
Oh, I was like, damn. So I also am going
Ingvald
is going to the same shop.
So Hobbes stalks off, all sad.
Is there anything I can knock off the edge of a table as I walk by?
Yeah,
Probably.
you can. Yeah,
Roll for incident.
Just one thing. Just
Just don't
he had a
be
quill jar that was there that he writes out.
Don't be fragile. Don't be magical and expensive.
Yeah, please don't get us in trouble.
You actually don't even use your hand to do it. Your paw. You use your tail to just push it right off.
Right off.
Yeah. So quill and quill and ink jar just.
I don't even realize I did
side
it.
of the table. And the elf just rolls his eyes. All right. So Ingvald, you show up now after Hobbes is walking away.
Do I see Hobbes acting like a small child? Knocking things off tables?
You don't see that he's pouty. He had his back to you because you were trying to stay out of his line of vision. And he turned and walked away, but you saw his tail hit, so you just think that he's clumsy, probably.
Okay, gotcha.
Not pouting.
I pick up the jar and quills. Don't necessarily give it back. I'm just going to hold it for a second.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask the shopkeeper if he has any darts, essentially.
He's got a package. He's got some standard regular darts here, but then he's got a package of 10 magic darts that are plus 2 darts, and they are 300 gold for the package of 10.
Of 10?
Yep. And the darts are tipped with like a bronze-looking wiry. Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bronze wire.
Yeah, it's like a...
It's like a needle.
Yeah, essentially. It's like it's got like it's like almost like a spur or something, so when it hits and you pull it out, it tears the flesh with it.
It's barbed.
Yeah, barbed. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's damage coming out if they're to try and pull it out of their own body. It'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to try and talk him down?
I would love to see you try to talk him down.
Hand him back his jar of quills. I'm going to try and talk him down. What's it based on?
It's charisma.
Well, that's a kick in the dick. No, I got a fucking 8.
Okay.
Natural 40.
So he doesn't laugh at you because he's a business owner,
polite
proprietor, and an elf, and so, but, I mean, he's borderline half tempted to raise the price just because you offended him with your pissy-ass negotiation skills. He doesn't. Still 300 gold.
Well, I turn away and says, that was unfortunate. And I just walk away.
Okay.
I got to purchase.
All right, so just a couple quick things before we continue on. There's also a cursed longsword that was in there that you guys wouldn't have known about that looked like exquisite. There was a longsword of life stealing that was 25,000. But for the damage of the longsword, all of that damage returns its health to the person wielding it.
25,000.
25,000.
We can always use longsword.
Yes, I do.
I have to come back.
If he ever has gold, he can go back and try. Or just stealing.
Maybe I could write a letter.
Yeah, your parents are rich, right?
Yeah.
See if they borrow.
I've been gone for a couple months. I think I've racked up some
$7,000.
allowance by now. Hey, Mom, Dad. Found something I like.
Need a loan on my inheritance.
32,000.
Did you cash in a couple, deeds or bonds?
You're grabbing the 7,500 for your bow too.
Yeah.
25
for his sword and 7 for my bow.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I want to get something for me and something for my friends too. Something shiny.
There was also
toy
a
for his
mace of disruption on there. That was what was 17,500. Foes slain by that weapon fade and vanish without a trace.
Yeah.
So when you kill it, it just poof.
I actually don't like that because I want to grab their shit, so that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, you could say their shit just.
Their
just body disappears, but
they poop. They poof, but they're still.
They poop. Their shit's fine.
Yeah,
that's easy then.
Yeah.
What do I find? You just see all of it. It's just there.
Yeah, my random roll for this city armor or weaponsmith was like fucking on point.
Yeah, well, on point if we were late in game, not for now.
Yeah, I mean you're in like a elven stronghold, like one of their biggest cities. Like,
did I mention I have one of my parents' credit cards and I know their PIN number?
You guys take travelers checks?
I need an elven ATM.
As I leave the weapon shop, I'm going to go to the. So there was an alchemy shop nearby.
Yes.
I'm just going to look at the potions there. Is there anything of interest? Some herbs. I actually could sell herbs to him. That'd be fun.
So the alchemist shop is it's called Iritis's Extraordinary Tinctures.
I like all of that name.
Yeah. So
10 times fast.
the shopkeeper is a short female elf named Altimus, and as soon as you guys walk in, you hear her just complaining about dragons, just whining about dragons. Although there's clearly been no dragon attacks or nothing near that you guys... I mean, within miles and miles of this, there is no evidence that a dragon has been around.
I don't believe in dragons. I've never seen that.
But she's just... as soon as you walk in, she just starts rambling like, ugh, are there dragons out there today? Every day there are dragons out there, and they are constantly ruining my goods.
This woman is batshit crazy.
What would you like to see here?
I just would like to. Sorry, she's fucking nuts. I just want looking at what potions she has available currently.
Okay. She has a filter of love.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. She has a filter of persuasiveness, potion of climbing, potion of gold dragon control, potion of growth, potion of invulnerability, potion of mammal and avian control, potion of poison, potion of reptile control, potion of superheroism, potion of sweet water, and potion of water breathing.
Okay. So not a lot any healing-based stuff.
Yeah, no healing
I'm
potions.
interested in the potions of vulnerability and superheroism.
Okay. Superheroism is 750 gold, and vulnerability is 500 gold each.
Each?
Yep.
How many superheroisms do you have?
3. It's a blue ichor. It smells really, really sour.
What is it? Sorry, what was the superheroism do?
Gives you 30 temporary hit points for 1 hour.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a lot of hit points for.
So none of her potions are overly Ingvald, but I do have Elfin Grape that I found during the foraging session the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to sell that? Is she interested in buying herbs or pieces?
Yeah, she is interested, and she can use that. So she would be willing to spend 75 gold on like half your stock.
I want 2 potions of invulnerability.
Okay, she sells you them.
That's a quick grand.
Yeah, buddy.
She says 75 for half my stock. Would she like my whole stock?
Yeah, she'll take your whole stock.
Fine. I'll sell for 150 gold.
Okay.
I take a swig of beer and happily shake her hand as I hand over the pound of Elfin Grape.
She goes to shake your hand, but she definitely hesitates for a moment.
I grasp her hand firmly.
Shake it really hard.
No, not hard. Just a nice...
They're not much on handshakes to begin with, but...
Well,
yeah.
Dwarves are, so that's unfortunate.
You, like, spit on your hand. You're like, put her there!
Lucky he's not a hugger.
I don't touch. Outside of handshakes. So outside of, you said there's a vegetable shop. Are there any other shops of any big interest, or that's about it at this point? Weapons? Any magic? Nah, I guess I don't use magic. I don't care, but yeah.
Well, like I said, there was the armor, but nothing there fit you.
Yeah,
and then there is a
out.
trader that is there. Yep. So they just trade.
Do they have anybody that might work in enchantments?
Yeah, there is. So essentially, the way it works is you spend 1,800 for to get the item enchanted, and then you also have to pay for what scroll you want to use to do the enchantment. So 1,800 is the base price for the service, and then like if you wanted to use protection from Devil's Scroll, that would be 12,000 for that, or protection from Undead Scroll, that would be 7,500. So,
Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to leave the shop. Are there any bars nearby, or are we basically, I don't know, the elves' drinking habits?
There's not really any.
Kind of figured.
Yep. No, they've got a couple like, outdoor seating areas where people are eating food, and they'll drink like wine, mulled wine or something, but not a lot of there's not a tavern here.
Okay. I'm going to go to the trader's shop then.
It's probably like California. They're all wine and Crystal Spring water.
Oh, they can fuck off, fancy bitches. Beer's my life. Said that in character.
He has just a few items,
Oh.
but he does have a couple of potions here. He has a rod, a long sword. He does have some plate, but it's elf-sized plate.
It's really unfortunate. I mean, I still don't wear armor, but thank you.
It's +4 male.
Holy shit.
It's
Elf-size.
20,500 gold.
Too small for you, homie. And too expensive.
It adjusts.
It's
magic armor.
So you said there was scrolls, a rod, and a random item. Can I inquire about those, please?
Yeah, yep. So, or there are potions, a rod,
sorry. Potions,
and
a
a
rod,
magic
random.
item.
Yeah.
So the 2 potions, there's 1 potion of levitation, it's 400 gold, 1 potion of plant control, which is 300 gold. The rod is a rod of cancellation.
That's interesting.
It's 15,000 gold.
Well, not so interesting now.
And then the magic item is called Dairn's Instant Fortress.
Well, I can't sell my beer here unless I set up an illegal bar in one of these apparent eating areas, which I think is frowned upon. I wish it wasn't. That'd be cool. So,
you guys good until...
Yeah,
Ingvald is going to leave the shop a little disappointed in his find, but I'm going to go back to my room and rest for the night.
Yeah, remember, you guys are practically new recruits, so essentially once you get out there and start actually completing...
Doing the things.
Yeah, doing the things, you'll start pulling out the bank.
I take Macy with me and we go find a nice place to eat.
Yeah.
Some schwanky dinners type thing.
Yeah. So you guys find a salad bar. Are you good, Malphaedor?
Yeah.
You and Macy go have a nice dinner. She's pretty excited to be. I mean, she's never seen anything like this, so she's just kind of been in awe.
Yeah. I've heard about places like this, so I'm just taking it all in, too.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, well, she's from Tully, right? So, I mean, she lived in a small little port town, essentially, so she wasn't even accustomed to something the size of, like, Cheddar, much less an entire city built in the trees.
Right.
I just realized, when are we expected to wake up? Like dawn, I would assume?
Yeah, I mean, they were just giving you some time to rest and wander and stuff like that. So if you need rest, I mean, they'll whenever you're ready.
Let's see, are there libraries in this city?
There are like vaults, like scroll vaults, but they're not open to the public.
Okay.
Well, elves are a little bit more. These ones are a little bit more close to the...
Like the Vatican archives, invite only.
Yeah, invite only. Not even all of the elves get to go into those places, so... Yeah.
You saying I couldn't talk my way into one of these?
I don't think you could talk your way into a bathroom.
I can on
But I really gotta go!
I could on a crit. I just have a very low chance.
A 1 in 20 chance, some would say.
I'm standing in a puddle
It's
here.
actually, well, for me, a crit's still a 19 because I have a fucking -1. But fuck. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna go to bed.
All right.
I'm gonna drink and go to bed. So I guess I'll probably get a short rest. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys are resting, and then you do have a messenger that comes down and tells you that. Kind of wakes you up and says, when you guys are ready, get yourselves around. They bring some fresh water basins for you to get yourselves cleaned up. And they say that, Chief Instructor Amaiareil Questslinger is ready for you whenever you are ready to meet back in the same meeting room that you were in, the one with the giant map on the table.
Cool. Okay. Rouse myself.
Yep. I come to attention. Ready my keg.
Yep.
Make sure that Macy has all my armor and accoutrements pressed and polished.
In my mug, I pour one of my glowing magic beers.
Okay.
Which is my poly brew. Or well, I apologize brew.
I'm gonna groan every time. Hobbes, do you follow on the way there and then disappear?
While they're getting ready, I just step out the door.
All right,
disappear.
Okay, so
vanish like a shadow.
So the messenger leaves. You guys are getting ready. Malphaedor's giving instructions over to Macy. Ingvald is, filling up his flask.
I'm fucking recording, and it's loud as shit. So.
And then you go to leave the room, and you realize Hobbes is gone. So
Hobbes and Kevin.
He's done it again.
I'm not sure if I'm disappointed or very happy at this point.
I think at this point I'm just getting used to it. So it's just like, well, that's the thing he does.
Okay, so you guys make your way. It was a pretty straight path back to where you first met with Amaiareil, and so upon arrival,
we're just going to keep growing in it.
Yeah,
turnabout's fair play.
Upon arrival, you find Chief Instructor Amaiareil Questslinger, accompanied by 6 other chief instructors from other divisions. He waves you in, and then he introduces you to the other chief instructors. He doesn't really tell you who they are, but he says who you both are to them, so they know who they're dealing with. And then he waves you over to the map, where they're all kind of surrounding this large oval, circle oval style table. He begins. So, we've come to an agreement on our next course of action. The individuals you have all spoken about were once members of GAG-ME. The elven woman that you mentioned goes by the name Temple. She's a sorceress. She's not as powerful as Master Duché, but she is still powerful. The halfling that you mentioned, the one with the bow, his name is Carl. He's one of the best archers we have ever seen. He also has a unique skill for getting in and out of places. One not so magic-oriented, at least before, but very clever still. Both have discovered a recent knack for killing, and we are looking to expunge them from our history. Whispers you have already met. He is a cruel and evil thing. He isn't the most rational of the group, but he definitely can get things done. Things others do not have the stomach for. I think we've located one of his residences. We have sent a message to the newly promoted Chief Instructor Charles to look for Whisper and Cheddar, because we know he frequents the city. I would like you to investigate a secondary location and search for him there.
Chuck got promoted.
It was Chuck's plan the whole time.
Devious subplot.
Dun, dun, dun. Just wanted a kind of a promotion.
So Amaiareil points to the map and touches a location on the northwest side of the Charvosi Desert. This place is an old tower called Meraxi's Tower. Whispers recruits mercenaries and trains them to do his bidding with promises of wealth, influence, or power. From what I've seen, he has not followed through on those promises. In the fortress, however, he houses his true passion. He collects some of the most vile creatures he can find. He has found a way to move between places in an instant. We believe he takes victims there to entertain himself and treat his creatures. Just then a group walks into the room. There are 2 halflings, a human, a dwarf, and an elf in the group. One of the halflings approaches the map and stands right next to Malphaedor, which is also right next to Amaiareil. Amaiareil acknowledges them and continues speaking. It appears that Duché has mastered the ability to travel between planes of existence, or maybe even to other parallel universes. He is somehow gifting that ability to his lieutenants. We have discovered an ancient artifact that may be a link to his newfound power. We are sending another group to destroy this artifact and weaken Duché, making him much more vulnerable. And Amaiareil motions to the person who had just walked in the group behind them. He continues, the artifact must be destroyed in the fires of Mount Valcarius, northwest of our current location. We believe that Duché used this amulet. The halfling then pulls out a open box with an amulet tucked inside as a basis for some kind of magic items that he uses to empower his lieutenants. It is still somewhat magically linked to the copies he's created. If it is destroyed, the magic link to the copies may be severed, or at least very much weakened. The 2 halflings, and he motions to the one standing next to you, that are going to take on this quest is Hobo Slaggins and Ham Packmule. The human ranger is named Grinder. He claims to be a prince of somewhere. We don't know if that's true. The dwarf is Master Primly. The elf is Fagolips. He's not our best, but he volunteered to go, so.
That's great.
Amaiareil,
Hobo Slackens.
Amaiareil shrugs before continuing and says, you will be traveling with these companions until you get to Madrid. From there, you will take a ship to Oban, and then continue over to the Pharissean Gulf through the Velkin Straits, ending your trip in Bogan Bay. You will land in the city of Kos, and from Kos, it should only take a day or two to travel by land to Meraxi's Tower. This group here will part ways from you once you get to Madrid and book a ship. When you get to the tower, clear the evil from its holdings. We would like you to do your best to find Whispers and kill him. Do you think you are capable of doing this?
Ingvald says, "Aye," and drinks out of the beer.
You have my axe.
And then
and my sword.
Amaiareil turns to Hobo and says, Master Hobo Slackens, do you accept your quest to destroy this terrible, evil amulet? And Hobo says, yes, of course I do. Just then, 2 more halflings rush into the room, and one shouts, we're coming too! You'll have to send us home tied up in a sack to stop us.
And then I come running in. I'm coming too.
So then Hobbes is here now.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm not wearing the cloak.
I take a disappointed drink of beer, like a large glug. And this is the glowing beer. It's just bright.
Amaiareil looks over the parties and says, whatever.
So we are to escort this fellowship to Madrid?
Yes.
Everyone in the room is generally frustrated.
Now, just so you know, Madrid is it's actually part of the Tavir jungle. It's actually the outskirts of the jungle. So when you look on the map, you've got Tavir right in the center of the jungle where all these trees are, and then if you go straight west, you will come to Lake Celeste, and if you kind of skirt the banks of Lake Celeste, you'll end up at Madrid, which is kind of right in the intersection of Lake Celeste and Lake Donald. So that's where you would take a ship, and then you'd sail through those places, through the Pharissean Gulf, through the Velkin Straits, and into Bogan Bay, where then you'd land in Kos. So obviously they're traveling through the jungle with you guys, and once you guys get out of the jungle, they're going to break away and go do their own quest to destroy the amulet and hopefully weaken the power of Master Duche.
Wow. I wonder what kind of pop culture references we make this week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Do you have any questions before you proceed with your tasks?
Rewards are kind of an important part of this.
There are many treasures that will be housed in the tower there, and just like any other task you are given, you will keep 90% of all you find, and you will pay in the 10% of your findings to GAG-ME.
All right.
Will we be supplied with traveling arrangements?
Yes. We will give you... we will send scouts ahead to book passage for you, and then we will give you 100 gold to book your ship to travel from Madrid. In between, then, we will give you food rations to last you 2 weeks.
What is our time of departure?
As soon as possible, I hope.
Gladly.
Okay. And Grinder says, My group is ready to go too. And he kneels down.
The leader.
He takes a knee before the chief instructor. They're not GAG-ME.
Of course he does.
Yeah, they're not GAG-ME. None of the group is GAG-ME. They're their own. They're their own
thing.
Their own group. They're their own fellowship.
Before Grinder finishes his sentence, I chug the rest of my beer.
Belch loudly.
And being this is a beer of alter self, I transform into a 6-foot-tall version of myself and leave the room. In the middle of all of this.
Come, Macy.
Yeah. Primley's like, how do I get one of them?
I forgot there's another dwarf in the room. He's like, what the fuck?
Okay.
I became a monster-sized dwarf and just left.
Okay, so...
He's not a dwarf, he's a small giant.
Here's probably a good place for us to take a quick break.
I've been, literally the whole conversation, been trying to find ways to use this fucking alter of self thing. I've been sitting here like, how the fuck is this going to come up ever? This is the most useless ability I've ever taken.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.